Welcome back to Church Production. I'm Marcel Patillo. While some churches operate out of a building where they may have their cameras always set up in the sanctuary or chapel or theater, some other churches operate out of a home or a rec center or maybe even a high school or middle school where they have to set up and tear down before and after every service. It's really beneficial for those portable churches to have good functionality, mobility, and setup times, while still having a good quality standard for their live stream. We've been talking to Manna Church in Colorado Springs about how the Canon R5 C has made high quality possible and portable. But before we get started, give this video a like and subscribe to the Church Production YouTube channel.
Well, my name's Casey Mitchell, and I am the production director for Manna Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And our church is a portable church. We meet in a high school, and we set up every Sunday. Basically, our live experience, we try to be as dynamic as possible with it. So we have 2, sometimes 3 mobile cameras, and we've been doing that for 5 years now.
So I have to admit, having a portable church that has the same streaming quality as a church that owns its own building with a built-in media infrastructure can't be easy. But the footage that Casey Mitchell sent us from the Canon R5 C actually made it look easy. And he goes into how they set up their cameras to get such a great look.
First use experience for me, I originally was a Canon user, but haven't used Canon in a while. So to start using the R5 C again from scratch, I found it to be pretty user-friendly, especially for our team members that have never even held a Canon camera before. They were able to scroll through the menu fairly easily, and with the touchscreen, it was really easy for them to navigate menu settings. As far as inputs and outputs go on the camera, there's an HDMI output which allows us to connect to a wireless transmitter so we can stream and be wireless with our mobile cameras.
One thing that I love, even though they're only streaming in 1080, they're using a 4K resolution and transmitters to get a really clean signal back to their streaming platform. But one thing about that is you don't have control over the cameras like you would through fiber or SDI. So you can't shade the cameras from a board in the back with this wireless setup. But Casey goes on to mention that Canon's color profile gives them a really unified look throughout their multiple cameras.
The R5 C is a 4K capable camera, and even though we don't stream in 4K, we could film it or shoot it in 4K, which really gave us a much sharper image. We were originally using the Rec 709 color space, and during our time, Canon came out with a firmware update, the Canon 709 color space, and we could see a little bit of a difference. You know, the color was great before, but even after the update, we seemed to get a little bit better dynamic range, and really made our live stream pop for sure.
While Casey only mentions 4K, the Canon R5 C has some insane specs. It has an 8K sensor that can shoot 8K up to 60 frames a second. You do 5.9K at Super 35, and it can do 2.9K at Super 16. And I know you might be thinking, well, does this mean a crop? And yes, it does. But one thing that makes this great, if you have a mobile camera operator with a gimbal or handheld that only has one lens, then they may have, let's say, a 20 to 70 lens. And then you can crop in with the 5.9K, and then you can crop in some more with the 2.9K, and you're still getting great resolution, and you're getting that extra distance from a lens that can only do 70. Now you're getting more like 80, 90, and 100 millimeters, which can give your mobile operators a lot of flexibility from either the front of the stage or the back of the room. Now, one other thing that Canon is known for, not just their look, but their autofocus.
We did use the R5 C as well for a lot of our B-roll outside of the Sunday service. We used it for testimonials. I actually used it for a brand new YouTube welcome video for our lead pastor. Our video director at one point, while we were using the R5 C, commented on the autofocus capabilities of it. You know, it being able to focus quickly on faces, and faces that you want to be featured were super sharp and super quick as well. Being able to have that quick of an autofocus on something that you're shooting or somebody that you're framing up really enables us to provide that excellent experience online that we're looking for.
Along with the great Canon continuous autofocus, Casey also had 2 lenses, a compact 70-200 as well as a 24-70 to make sure that no matter where you are in the room, you can get the shot you need.
So the compact Cine Servo 70-200 was amazing for our team. That lens with servo capabilities you can, zoom in and you can zoom out fairly easily, and it doesn't lose focus whenever you do that either. The 4.4 lens is at the perfect length for us, just so we can get that shallow depth of field the way we want it to be. I'd say that the lens is really sharp as well. That 70-200 gave us quite a sharp look for our online stream. Be mobile with it was super easy. It being a compact 70-200, it wasn't heavy at all, and it was quite easy for him to use. We also had the opportunity to use the Canon RF 24-70 2.8, and this is the lens that we actually used the most, simply because the range of 24-70 gave us more options on stage, and then the 2.8 gave us that really shallow depth of field that was just an amazing look for our online experience.
Canon has always had an undeniable look. It's creamy and smooth, yet bold at the same time, and yet they have a great sense of keeping noise down even in low light. But it's amazing to see them put some of their best cinema features into such a small form factor. So a big thank you to Canon and Casey Mitchell from Manna Church for giving us your insight and taking the time to show us what the R5 C is truly made of. And make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the Church Production YouTube channel, check out churchproduction.com for new articles and insights on everything church production. As always, I'm Marcel Patillo, and I'll see you all in the next one.